We are in the 7th month of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and in the latest, the Ukrainian troops have captured 2 villages that lie very close to the eastern Russian-occupied stronghold of Lehman, which lies in the Donetsk region and has served as a key area for Russian operations in the north of the region. This comes after the Russian President Vladimir Putin announced the annexation of 4 areas of occupied Ukraine. The annexed regions are Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. All 4 regions are currently under partial Russian occupation. Condemning Russia for a sham referendum, the White House has said that it will announce a new Ukraine aid security package next week. However, it has clearly signaled that it will not support Ukraine's request to fast-track its application for NATO membership.
The United States has been clear for decades that we support an open door policy for NATO. Any decision on NATO membership is between the 30 allies and the countries aspiring to join. Right now, our view is that the best way for us to support Ukraine is through practical on-the-ground support in Ukraine, and that the process in Brussels should be taken up at a different time.
Meanwhile, the residents in Kyiv praised Zelensky's announcement of a surprise bid to fast-track Ukraine's NATO membership bid.
Я думаю, якщо від цього моя сім'я буде в безпеці і моя країна буде в безпеці, і я можу спокійно поїхати до своїх родичів у Запорізьку область, і таким чином НАТО нас збереже, так. Але я не знаю, які будуть наслідки від того всього. Тому мені головне, щоб був не мир, а перемога України, і я могла спокійно поїхати до родичів.
В будь-якому випадку це позитивно з цієї причини, що перш за все це показує той факт, що пан Верховний Головнокомандувач розуміє, де наше майбутнє знаходиться, з якого боку кордону. А друга причина, тому що все-таки краще рухатися в сторону цивілізованого світу. І якщо це нам навіть дасть просто більше зброї і політичної підтримки, чому і ні?
The United States has also imposed wide-ranging sanctions on Russia over its declared annexation of parts of Ukraine. The latest sanctions targeting hundreds of people and companies comes on top of the sweeping measures which have already been imposed by the United States and their allies.
I also made clear that when Russia made this move, the United States and our allies and partners would impose swift and severe costs on individuals and entities inside and outside of Russia that provide political or economic support to illegal attempts to change the status of Ukrainian territory. Today, we've done just that. In coordination with the European Union, and Canada is taking similar steps as well.
And for more on this latest development, our correspondent Susan Teherani has sent us this report from New York.
As Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accelerates his push for a possible NATO membership, here in the United States, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan told reporters that the United States will announce a, quote, immediate new weapons shipment to Ukraine as early as next week. He noted that the U.S. government has also pledged a longer-term delivery of weapons to Ukraine, which includes 18 new HIMARS, multiple rocket systems, but they first must be manufactured. Now, it's important to note that the United States has committed approximately $16.9 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since President Joe Biden took office. Since 2014, the United States has committed about $19 billion in security assistance. And since Russia's invasion of Ukraine on February 24th, the United States has committed about $16.2 billion. Susan Teherani reporting from New York for WION The World.
We also earlier spoke to Fred Weir, who is a Russian affairs expert, and this is what he had to say.
I myself am not clear why, at this time, Putin has taken this step. It was always in the cards that occupied territory in eastern Ukraine would probably be sooner or later integrated into Russia. But why now, when these are all 4 regions are active war zones. There is a desperate battle now occurring in the Donetsk Republic around the city of Krasny Lehman, where the Ukrainians are on the offensive. In Kherson, there is a constant battle every day, and the Ukrainians are threatening counteroffensive there. This is a very tense time on the battlefield, and it's not clear why this step was taken, this referendum was carried out, but it certainly has the effect of stiffening Russian resolve. Putin has pretty much laid down the gauntlet, not just to Ukraine, but to the Russian people. He's saying this is now Russian territory. The regular army will now be required to go to the front line and fight and defend as if that were the state border of Russia. This is a very, very big step, and it's hard to know what the implications are down the road.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.